Rebecca and Sam, a case study. Rebecca and Sam came to me because their 6-year-old son had a terrible time falling asleep. Rebecca was afraid that it was because of her son's anxiety. It turned out that anxiety played an important role in the story. Most first-time parents are anxious, and Rebecca was no different. She had a lot of reasons to be anxious. She and her husband had been trying for years to have a baby. After a long and exhaustive series of fertility tests and treatments, they finally made the difficult and expensive decision to pursue in vitro fertilization. Rebecca and Sam's baby, David, was born full term and healthy when Mom and Dad were both 39 years old. All babies are precious, but David was especially precious because of all the time and tears that had been spent bringing him into the world. Rebecca was especially anxious that something would go horribly wrong with her perfectly healthy baby. So she was very disturbed whenever David would cry. She would pick him up with stiff arms. She bounced him a bit vigorously, and spoke to him in a loud, almost panicked voice. Not surprisingly, this seldom calmed David down. As David grew into a toddler, I found him to be an unusually skittish child. He felt easily threatened and cried when strangers approached him. As he grew, and his parents became more comfortable with David falling down and getting bruised, David began to absorb the blows from the slings and arrows that life flung at him without exploding into tears. The arrival of his brother Eric, when David was 2.5, made a huge difference in David's life. Though Eric was also conceived by in vitro fertilization, Rebecca and Sam were much calmer parents the second time around. Rebecca admitted to me, we really lucked out this time. Eric is so much calmer and quieter than David was. He sleeps better, he eats, and when you lay him down in a bouncy seat, he just plays there happily. He only cries when he's hungry. I told Rebecca and Sam that in almost every family I hear the same story with second-time parents. I told them that luck has very little to do with how easy the baby is. Rebecca and Sam deserve the credit. Parents had communicated signals to baby Eric through their body language. Mom and Dad were relaxed when they held him, and Eric got the message. Babies pay attention to these things. I referred Rebecca and Sam to a wonderful family psychologist that I know. The entire family learned some techniques to, 1, identify when anxiety would creep into their space, and 2, how parents can change and manage their own anxieties in such a way that signals would not be picked up by the children. As a side effect of this turn of events, David, the older child, began to relax and handle what life threw at him much more calmly. With time and patient learning about his anxiety, David began to sleep better as well. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the other videos in the archive.